Hey, footy fans like you, I'm just another footy fan having a bit of footy fun here on FootyFin. Going to jump straight into tips, microphone and help, tips for round 3 of the 2023 NRL season. Listen, I have had a few requests from punters out there for my tips to help them with their work tipping comp or whatever tipping comp they're in. Hence the new graphic here too, by the way. Well, at least 2 or 3 of you have asked for tips. So look, when's the best time of the week to do this? If I do it on a Wednesday, I get in with 24 hours notice for the Thursday night game. But then it's a long time till Sunday night, isn't it? But listen, I'm going to jump in here and just this week I'm doing a bit of research here on the fly, referring to team lists as we speak. But listen, let's jump straight in. Tomorrow night, Thursday, we've got the Sea Eagles versus the Eels. Of course, this is a rematch of both the 1982 and the 83 grand finals. Para won both of those to seal a three-peat in 83. Eagles had the bye last week. They're 1 from 1. Eels are none from 2, but are better for the turnouts, I would say. Golden Point lost to Melbourne in Melbourne. A home loss in a blockbusting game to the Sharks last week. Look, I think that's going to stand them in good stead, and I'm going with the Eels for this one. Not even going to look at the team sheets there. Friday, the early game. The Knights host the Dolphins. The Dolphins, of course, riding a wave of euphoria after 2 wins from 2 in their inaugural NRL season. The Knights coming off the back of a gritty away win over the Tigers, which Joey Johns rated the gutsiest Knights away win he'd ever witnessed. It would be easy to tip the Knights here. Of course, they are without their star playmaker, Kalen Ponga, sadly out due to concussion. Look, I'm going with the Dolphins on this one, and I might be going out on a limb there. Of course, the only limbs that a Dolphin's got are fins, or is a tail a limb? I'm not sure. But I'm going with the Dolphins on this one. A quick look at the team lists. Any other notable omissions? Anthony Milford back in, and his ex-Broncos teammate in the halves, Cody Nikorima. Ray Stone back in. Quite a few wins for the Knights, I have to say. Too many to note. Also without Frizzell and Saifidi and Jaden Brayley. That's enough to seal it for me. Dolphins to win this one. Last week was a great win for the Knights, but probably took a bit out of them psychologically as well. On to Friday night, and the primetime game is a blockbuster between the Rabbitohs and the Roosters. Of course, this is one of the oldest rivalries in the NRL, going back to the founding season in 1908, where the two teams fought it out for the final. Who could forget that amazing, thrilling, blockbusting, smash and bash 'em final at the Sydney Football Stadium last September between these two teams? Oh, absolutely colossal clash there. Quick look at the team lists here. This is a bit of a tough one, I have to say. The Roosters welcome back Jared Warrior-Hargreaves for his first game of the year. Also back in Victor Radley after a concussion. Rabbitohs welcome back a handful of players. Look, you got Tedesco up against Mitchell in the fullback position. I could go through them, but I'm not going to bother here. Cody Walker against Luke Cleary in 5/8. Look, these teams are very evenly matched. But somehow I'm just leaning towards the Bunnies on this one. I think the Bunnies, Roosters coming off a win against the Warriors after losing to the Dolphins. Bunnies coming off a disappointing loss to the Panthers last week. I'm going with the Bunnies to bounce back here and topple the Roosters. Saturday afternoon, Titans v the Storm. Titans host the Storm. One would pretty easily go for the Storm here. But let's have a quick look at the team lists. Storm are missing Big Nelson, Asafa Solomona. They're welcoming back a few, including, critically, Justin Olam and Xavier Coates in the backs. Quick look through the team lists. Look, I think certainly, and of course, the Storm are missing Munster as well. They've got Jerome Hughes there. What are the forward packs looking like? Kamakamika and Welsh are the props. Look, I'm saying Storm on this one. Storm to win this one over the Titans. Moving on. Who we got next? Saturday, late afternoon, and we have the Cowboys hosting the Warriors. Look, I'm going to lean with the Cowboys on this one, I would say. The Warriors are always a bit unpredictable. One of the more unpredictable teams in the NRL, that's for sure. Quite a few changes with each team. Cowboys are without Scotty Drinkwater as well as Peter Hiku. But look, overall, I think the Cowboys coming back to prove a point after losing to the Broncos at Lang Park last week. I'm going to go with the Cowboys on this one. Cowboys over the Warriors. Moving on to the Saturday night game. Ooh, the Broncos v the Dragons. Two clubs that have been coached by and won premierships under the guidance of Wayne Bennett in the past. Broncos at home at Lang Park. The Dragons, of course, coming off the back of a victory over the Titans at home in their first match of the year. But I'm going with the Broncos to continue this role. They may prove me wrong and do a bit of a characteristic reversal of form, but I've got a feeling that that's not going to happen this week. Broncos to win that one. Sunday afternoon, Bulldogs v the West Tigers. Going with the Bulldogs on this one. Late Sunday game, the final game of the round, Raiders v Sharks. Raiders hosting the Sharks. Raiders, of course, two narrow losses up in Queensland, in Townsville and at Redcliffe last week. Who we got here in terms of the teams? Look, no massive names coming in or out. Look, where do you go with this one? The Sharks, of course, their back line is very impressive. And that's not taking anything away from the Raiders either. Look, I'm tempted to tip the Raiders to bounce back here, but I think, look, just on the back of the Sharks' stunning win last week over the Eels, I'm going to go with the Sharks on this one. So there we go. I better wrap it up here at 8 minutes. Thanks for watching. I'm just another footy fan having a bit of footy fun here on FootyFin along with you all. Those are my tips for this week, and see you between the sticks. All right, enjoy your footy.